So I want to talk about support tools. You have a support tool coming up that's due, but we have several of them that are going to be due in the semester. Support tools are there to give you experience with different things to support your mental and emotional health. They're one of my favorite assignments because they're literally just giving you points for taking care of yourself. Woohoo, that's exciting. And so on the page where you look at support tools, there is information about what kind of things qualify for support tools. It could be a moment of Zen that you take into a practice. So whether it be meditating, whether it be power naps, whether it be acupressure, things that you incorporate into your daily life. It could be that you already do some things that are qualifying as support tools. So going to the gym, I know right now it's hard with COVID, but doing a daily walk, doing yoga at home, doing other sort of physical activity that is actually really good for your mental health. Some people journal. Writing in a journal is a really good practice for mental and emotional health. There are other ideas on the mental and emotional health tools page that you can try. Your job is to take care of yourself, incorporate some of these wellness and self-care activities, and then write about them and tell me about how they went. The purpose of this is twofold. Number one, I want you to take care of yourself because that's really important, especially in this class where we're talking about some really deep stuff, but also as somebody who's going to be working with people in the future, which most of you will since we're in helping professions, I want you to be able to have tools at the ready that you can talk to people with. If somebody comes to you and is like, hey, I'm really anxious and I've been, really stressed about something, you can say like, hey, have you ever tried XYZ? And so being able to have sort of a bag of tools, it's a hypothetical bag, right? But a bag of tools for you to recommend, whether it be adult coloring books, people love, that's a big thing lately, whether it be aromatherapy, whether it be journaling, whether it be a whole bunch of different sort of things, you being able to actually do them and then be able to talk from a first person perspective of like, hey, I've tried this before and here's how it helped me. And so that is the goal of these support tools. So when you do the support tool, whatever one it is that you decide to do, whether you integrate it into, a week's worth of time, whether you try it one time, whatever it is, I then want you to talk about what it is that you did for your support tool. How did it make you feel? What were your reactions? Was it as good as you hoped? Was it not as good as you hoped? Was it different than you hoped? And then finally, I want you to think about barriers to using this tool. One tool that a lot of people like to talk about is massage, right? Who doesn't like to get a massage? Well, some people don't, but a lot of people do, right? But the biggest barrier for massage is they're expensive, right? So are you gonna tell somebody who is living in a homeless shelter, like, you should go get a massage? Probably not, right? Because it's probably not within sort of their capabilities. Yoga is awesome. I love yoga. A lot of people do yoga. Are you going to tell somebody who's in a wheelchair to do yoga? Well, you could, right? But they're going to need some adaptive yoga. They would need to do chair yoga or other sort of yoga, because if they have physical disabilities, then that's clearly not sort of something that you got to do. And so for the last part of your write-up of your support tool, talk about potential barriers to people being able to use this. So whether it's, cost, whether it's, going for a run in the park. What if you have kids? What if you live in a neighborhood that's not super safe? Well, running in a park might not be your easiest option, so you would have to adapt that to talking about running at home or in a gym. But again, a gym costs money. And so just think about through the barriers of things that might be in place if you were recommending this to somebody else, okay? If you have any questions about support tools, let me know.